Students, so far we discussed about the Roman Empire. We discussed about the administration of the Roman Empire, how the Roman Empire reached its peak and how it started declining. So at the time when we was reading about the decline of the Roman Empire, we came across to certain reasons that why the Roman Empire got declined. And there were many reasons, and they were mainly the internal strife as well as the external conflict. So internal strife was resulted in the Roman Empire between the Roman emperor and different tribal people like Germanic tribes, Goths and Vandals, and external conflict which was going on with the Roman emperor, that was with the Sasanians. But still the Roman empire could not be declined after so many attacks by the Sasanian and internal strife. It still continued in the eastern part of the Roman Empire, and that was known as the late Roman Empire or Byzantine Empire. But the final blow to this Roman Empire came mainly from Arabia, and that attacked Roman Empire, and ultimately Roman Empire came to an end. So we will read about that power which came from Arabia and how it declined the Roman Empire. So that will be discussed mainly in this chapter. So we will read about that attack which came from Arabia, and that was by the people of Arab. So this is Arabia. Now let us read about the people who came from Arabia, who invaded the Roman Empire, and that brought an end to the late Roman Empire. So they mainly came from the area in Arabia, mainly from Makkah. So this new power started from Makkah, and it was a movement which was initiated by a famous person, and his name was Paighambar Muhammad, who is considered to be the founder of Islam in the world. So he set up an Islamic empire, and that Islamic empire started expanding, and ultimately they invaded Constantinople. Here it is Constantinople, which was the capital of the late Roman Empire, and it was subjugated by these people. So this Islamic empire will be discussed today, and we will read about the Central Islamic lands, means Islamic empire. So this is the whole area. This used to be the part of Islamic empire, and in the south it is formed by the boundaries of the sea. So this used to be the part of Islamic empire. So it used to be a quite vast empire, and it was spreading in the three continents as the Roman Empire. So this was the area which was captured by the Islamic people. So this is Islamic empire, and this empire started becoming powerful from Makkah. Makkah was the center of this empire in the beginning. Later on the capital was shifted to many other areas, but initially it was started from Makkah. Next, this is the map of the important cities and locations of Islamic empire. So generally in map these questions are also being asked to locate these cities. Let's discuss them one by one. The empire was started from Makkah. So Makkah is the birthplace of Prophet Muhammad. Medina was also a place associated with Prophet Muhammad. So these are the two important cities. Damascus, it became the capital under the Umayyad dynasty, and Baghdad, which is presently the capital of Iraq, it used to be the capital of the ruler of the Abbasid dynasty. That was also a dynasty of Central Islamic land. And Constantinople, which used to be the capital of the Roman Empire. Later on it was captured by the Islamic people. Then Cairo, Kufra, Basra, Isfahan, Nishapur, Mar, Bukhara, Samarkand and Ghazni. These are the important cities of Islamic tradition. Generally maps are being asked from these areas to locate and find out these areas on the map. So you should be careful about them. Next, we will read about the Central Islamic land. Islamic lands brought three aspects of life of human civilization, and these are the religion, community and politics, and these are interrelated to each other. Like we read about the Roman Empire, that there used to be three main players of the Roman Empire, and they were mainly the ruler, the senate, and the army. So here it was religion. So the empire was established in the name of religion, that is Islam, and a community was organized around that religion, that is called Ummah. And Islam and Ummah was used to become politically stronger. So that is also the part of politics. So these three things were joined together to set up the Islamic empire, and that is known as the Central Islamic lands. Now, from where we come to know about the Islamic tradition, so there are certain sources which we have discussed before coming to the conclusion, like semi-historical works such as biographies, which were written by various writers, various rulers of that time, like the biography of Paigambar Hazrat Muhammad, records of sayings by the Khalifa, Paigambar Hazrat Muhammad, as well as his followers. They used to have there some sayings by them, and they were also composed, like the sayings or the works and deeds of the Paigambar Hazrat Muhammad was composed in a book that is known as Hadith. And doings of the Prophet Muhammad, that is composed in the Hadith, and commentaries on the Quran, that is called tafsir, means which is the further explanation of the Quran's rule. So these are the literal sources, literary sources from which we come to know about the Central Islamic land. Then large collection of the eyewitness report which used to be published at that time and which used to be written by the different people belongs to the administrative work, and that was known as akhbar. Akhbar is presently the name which is used for the newspaper, and they used to transmit over a period of time, either orally or on paper. Paper was brought in Islam under the influence of Chinese. Chinese started making the first paper, and later on that paper was circulated in Islamic Empire as well, and they also started printing, and they learned the printing from Islamic people, Chinese people. The authenticity of each report was tested by critical method called isnad. Now Christian chronicles were also there, from where we get the information about the Islamic land, because the western part of Islamic land, let me show you, like this was the area which was earlier having Christian population, but now it came under the influence of Islam. So it came under the influence of Islam, but earlier it was under the impact of the Christian population, because this is the plain of Judea, which is considered to be the home of Jesus Christ, and that is in Jerusalem or in the area of Israel. So there used to be having Islamic Christian population. So they also wrote the chronicle about the Islamic Empire, and we also get the information about the Islamic Empire from their chronicles. Now, besides chronicles, we have legal text, that is the geographies, which were written by different authors at that time. Travelogues, the people used to visit different areas, because Central Islamic land used to be quite vast, and people of the Islamic tradition used to visit various places, like Ibn Battuta came to India, Al-Bruni came to India, and they wrote about the Indian subcontinent and the other areas which were visited by these people, and they wrote in a book that is known as Travelogues or Rihla. And literary works such as stories and poems of that time. Mainly the stories were composed by the versatile writers at that time, like Ibn Battuta composed stories about India, and there are many stories which became quite popular, and these are popular till date, like the stories of Sindbad the sailor, the stories of the magical lamp, the story about the 40 thieves and Ali Baba. These are the stories which were composed at that time, and through these stories we come to know about the Islamic tradition. And poems were also composed by the writers at that time, and these poems are generally the ghazals, qawwalis, and these were composed by different writers at that time. Mainly the Sufi poetries are also available, from which we come to know about the Central Islamic lands. And the most important poet and writer was Firdausi, who was from Ghazni. Next is Arabs before Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad is the founder of Islamic land or Islamic tradition. Before them, before arrival of the Prophet Muhammad, what kind of tradition was there in Islamic land? We will discuss about that. Before the Prophet Muhammad, the Arabs were divided into the tribes, and these tribes were known as the Kabila. And there used to be the chief of a Kabila